Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here now to talk about some tips. Something that I've noticed on myself, and it's actually quite incredible. So, this week I've been teaching some yoga sequences focusing on the root chakra. The root chakra is pretty much where our tailbone is, or more specifically, speaking muscle wise, it's pretty much around our pelvic floor. Now, what is a pelvic floor? It's the base that holds our pelvis and that pretty much holds the organs around it. So, what's around there? Well, as MSers, we are usually very aware of our bladder. Our bladder is usually very sensitive, very reactive. It's actually the contrary, not reactive. The bladder just relaxes and doesn't listen to our orders of holding it in. You can't hold when you feel like you need to pee. You can't hold it for much longer. The first signal is usually the final signal when you have to rush to the bathroom. And I'll admit to it, it's not embarrassing. We're among MSers. It might have happened to you. It happened to me. I have peed in my pants. I have. I was just climbing up the stairs to get to my place. And I could feel that I needed to pee. But as I was reaching the third floor, I was like, oh, I can't. And then it just started flooding. And also that, I woke up about 4 times per night to go pee. And for the past 6 months, it's actually become more common than not that I just sleep through the night. I will wake up in the morning. Of course, I will have the urge to pee, and I will go pee. And I will pee for hours. Everything that I would have peed 4 times per night before. So I was wondering what happened in my body that changed so much. Is it just because I'm more zen thanks to the yoga? Is it just because I can control my thoughts? Is it just because I'm more in control with my body? And if so, what is it that is more, in control, more centered in my body? And then it hit me. Wow, the root chakra. The root chakra, it's the foundation of everything. It's the foundation of our emotional feelings. An imbalance in the root chakra can cause distress, anxiety, lack of trust. So I've been through a dating experience, let's call it that, where my trust was pretty much challenged. All my barriers were sort of defied. I was sort of forced into believing in love again and sort of surrendering to a relationship again. And as I opened up, as I gave myself, I was betrayed. This person, this guy, started removing himself from me. So I've been really focusing on this, sort of trying to find emotional balance, trying to find trust again, because I've lost all the trust in people. It's so enraging. Anyway, digression. So what's happening here in the root chakra? It's the pelvic floor. And what can you do to activate the pelvic floor? Well, the common tip to control the bladder better, to have more control over your urge to pee, is to do those Kegel exercises. Those are very effective for men as well. And if you're a man, you can stand in front of the mirror naked and try to squeeze sort of the lower abdomen, and it's not squeezing the butt cheeks, it's squeezing something here. And if you're naked in front of the mirror, you might see your penis wiggling a little bit. That's when you know that you have the root chakra, the Kegel exercise, right? So the tips that I want to give you about the yoga sequence that I designed, it's quite simply to try to squeeze everything in, Say you're in a warrior pose. Actually, I'm going to demonstrate. So let me flip the camera. We're going to say you're in a warrior pose. come here so you can see me. So you're coming here into the warrior pose, right? Let's do a warrior two. You're looking to the front. The front knee wants to be right above the front foot. The shoulders are resting away from the ears. So once you have this foundation, see if you can squeeze the feet together. Really activating. You feel an activity here. There's an activation. You can even see it. Like when I teach it in class, I really see those legs starting to contract. And by doing this, you're activating this entire area. And I have started doing this regularly. Whenever I do a warrior pose, I try to activate this area. You can even do this if you're in a high lunge. Even here, you're sort of pressing, squeezing the feet towards each other. You will feel the activity very clearly here. And as this has become part of my routine, now when I do yoga, little by little I noticed all the improvements in my bladder. I no longer, I feel the urge to pee, of course, but it's no longer as urgent. I can control it. I can do something about it. I have the muscles to hold it in. Now, isn't that incredible? So, that's my recommendation. Tip of the day, yoga teacher, blessing you with some wisdom. Do try it out. If you do yoga, do try this tip of squeezing everything in. It's beautiful. And you would also find much more stability in all the poses. If you're struggling with the balance, or if you're struggling with the legs being perhaps a little bit shaky, try that. There will be so much more activation of the body, and you will feel the body is harmoniously working all together to make it all good, to make it all better. So, blessing from my heart. I hope you can use this tip. See you soon.